Boys, we are back with some more Warzone coaching, and I gotta say the reception on the last video was insane. This is one of the most viewed videos we've ever had here over on the second channel. Almost 200,000 views, where I break down my best friend's gameplay and I rip him to shreds. I don't pull any punches. It's an incredible video, but I need you guys to send me some footage over on Discord. If you want me to review your gameplay, check out the link down in the pinned comment and the description, okay? I need your footage because you'll help the Academy get better and I'll help you get better, okay? I'm waiting on some footage to get submitted by you guys, but in the meantime, we're going to review some of mine, and this is textbook. This is a great follow-up to the video that we posted over on the main channel of how to break our kill record. We're going to cover both inside of gunfights and big picture rotations, and also where I make some mistakes. So in this, we are doing the third option that we mentioned in my first channel video. We either do most wanted and loot up fast, kill the people that come into us. We get the money from the most wanted, and we get the crate from the most wanted. The second option is landing on a bounty that's near a redeploy. So I'll go bounty, I'll hit the redeploy, I'll land on them, kill them, get the money, and then keep flowing. This one is my personal favorite, but more people are starting to catch on. So inside of here, there are 3 crates on this path, okay? It is the fastest way to get a loadout, in my opinion. But as you'll hear, a lot of people have found out about this and like to grief my drop spot. So I can hear behind me, I hear that this guy's dropping in. So rather than going for loot and getting my head down, I immediately turn around and take out Rick Grimes. Coral! I then hear another parachute come in. So instead of, once again, going heads down and trying to get some loot, I slide cancel back, try to get some information. I see he's there. I start reloading. I'm not trying to open up the crate there. And what I'm doing is I'm throwing shoulders back and forth here. I'm not trying to commit to this fight. I'm not trying to slide cancel. I'm not trying to ego chow with 5 bullets. So I throw some shoulders, go back and forth, and you'll see he's just completely expecting me to be on the other end. Slide cancel in fast. Oh, this guy's way better than me. Holy I got it on. So I go here, I pick up this. Right now there's a bug in the game, and you kind of see me like double back. People aren't dropping plates, which is really annoying because it makes getting third party a lot more frustrating. So what I do is I loot that crate. I then jump down here, and there's another crate right down here. Okay. And then after I get those 2 crates, sometimes a dune buggy or an LTV will spawn in this area, and I'll go ahead and I'll grab those and I'll full send into my next rotation. Unfortunately, there wasn't a dune buggy or LTV, so I kind of had to hoof it on foot. But since I had so few plates, what I went ahead and did is I ran in, grabbed some plates, and I pressed in with my rotation. Running through here, get a little bit more info. I could use this deployable because technically in solos, it's only $7,500 to get a loadout. So I could buy a loadout right now if I were to go back and do this. But I know a lot of people like to land at this gas station. So I'm kind of pressing the issue because I don't want them to loot this third cache that I'm going to show you here in a moment. So I jump up. I don't know if there's someone in here, but I can see the doors open and my cash registers are looted. So my spidey senses are tingling. I'm thinking someone's going to be nearby, so I'm listening. Hear the footsteps off to my right. Throw down the portable, and I know right where he's at. Slide cancel aggressively. Okay, I'm not just going to like, oh, peek out. I wonder who's there. Throw a shoulder and just get slammed. I'm just going to slide in aggressively. This is very much an ego chow. Don't do this unless you're confident with your gun skill and the gun. And the WSP9 is one of the best guns in the game right now. And he thinks he has the advantage at the high ground. I don't know if he jumped, panicked out of the crouch, but when he mantled up, he was done for. I can hear more footsteps off to my right. The reason I can hear those footsteps so clearly is I currently have Flex equipped off of one of the ground perk packages that I have, which is making me hear people much closer. But you can see right here what I'm doing and what that little pause was. Check out this pause. Okay, look up in the top left-hand corner. You'll see I just kind of sit there and I do nothing for a second. What I'm doing is I was waiting for that portable UAV, which I threw here, to scan out in this direction, and I would have an enemy showing up in one of these directions. Obviously, he could have Ghost, which would be unlikely, and he could have a Stealth Vest, which would be unlikely. I'm basically just making sure I can go out and loot freely without getting shot at. So, go ahead and throw it on the plate box, get that all picked up. And then I also swap for a better mid-range weapon, which is that Bruin. I check it, make sure it's clear. I'm not going to go after that guy. That's not my priority right now. My priority right now is getting that loadout in my hand. I go ahead and drop the gas mask because I'm still sick of this gas mask being at the bottom of my screen. I'm going to mention it all the time. This is a really bad look, Call of Duty. Get rid of this off my screen. I didn't have it in Verdansk. I don't want it now. So I just drop them on the ground. Unless it's a durable, I'll stow it. Otherwise, I just don't like it. So there is the third, okay? 3 cash drops that are super easy to find. We got the one off rip right there. We have the one down here. And then we have the one right here. That is a great path. I always have enough for a loadout. And even when I'm playing duos and trios, oftentimes I have enough to get a loadout for a full squad. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get my loadout. As soon as that loadout pops, I throw down my munitions box. This is kind of my flow for every single one. But I don't hit the munitions box yet because I want to make sure I can stow my smokes. But listen closely. Just that pitch, that... If I didn't have flex, I probably wouldn't hear it. But I get a little paranoid. And I think it's a good thing that I got paranoid because I'm pretty sure someone landed up here. But then this guy is coming in right in front of me. And I'm confident. I know that if I can get my gun out in time, honestly, if I could go back, I don't think I recognized this guy until I was already opening it. Ideally, this is one of the best head glitches in the game. I'll play a clip right now in the background. Like, if you can ever play a head glitch with the Ram 7 or like with the loadout, it's so powerful to play behind. But I whip out my gun. I slide cancel because I know he's kind of in that parachuting. There's like an animation whenever you're stuck in the parachute where it's a little bit slower to turn and get out of it. I go ahead and take the shots, pick up that PRD so I can rotate faster later. And then I notice up here on my top left, an enemy's trying to come after me. I hear footsteps up above me. So what I do is I throw a smoke. So that way, if he did jump down aggressively, I would be covered while I'm in the buy station. I throw down the PRD, so I know where he's at. And then I know there's a zip here, and I can go and play him against it. So I grab this zip, and rather than letting the zip animation complete, what you do is you hold back on your left joystick, and then press jump. And that's going to cause you to jump up and back away from the rappel, and then you press forward with your left joystick, which will bring you away. Otherwise, if you just press forward, you'll bonk your head on this and you'll fall right back down. So right before you hit the top, hold back on the joystick and then jump and then hold forward. Now, the nice thing about this is I have Mountaineer, right? I can go ahead and drop all the way to the floor and it's not going to affect me. But what I know I can do is hit some confident shots with my AMR. I get my crack there. I switch my weapon because I'm confident if this was a sniper, I wouldn't have challenged it. But since I have an MTZ, I'm confident mid-range. And listen closely. I can hear him throwing down a box or something or opening up a box in the left. I challenge in. I know he doesn't have plates. I don't hear him plating up. He put himself into a dead end there. If I were him and that happened to me, all he needs to do is just shoulder behind this truck. Okay, he shoulders behind the truck. He sees me come back up. Then he can drop down, plate up while he's underneath the bridge and kind of finesse down there. Don't ever put yourself inside of a, you know, a no man's land dead end. Okay, it's going to cost you every time. Now, there are a couple players that I run into in the beginning of this game where I'm like, oh man, this is kind of a bot lobby, bro. I'm going to fry. But at the same time, the lobby's getting torched. And I find out why later. There are some sweats in this lobby that I run to with some very good gun skill. So you'll see a couple body players, which is normal in solos, but then it gets wild fast. Listen closely. I hear a dune buggy driving. I then spot the dune buggy right here, and then also on my minimap. I'm looking for the player, but I see a glint over here on my top left. If you're ever hearing that sound, they're like, woo, woo, woo. That's a loadout crate. So if you don't have your loadout, search around for that. It will have your primary or your favorite loadout available for a quick pickup. I look for the player, spot him on my low right. Since he last saw me at that front edge, I'm going to challenge a different angle because more than likely that's where his crosshairs are, is my last known location. So I mantle up fast. You can see he's looking a little bit to my left. He tries to correct, but fortunately I'm able to get that shot off. I'm out of ammo, and I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to get into an ego gunfight with this guy on a head glitch as he sits there with a sniper rifle and I try to beam him with an AR. Now, I've got the opportunity here where I can hit this zip. I can see him. Again, he sees my last known location. I'm going to challenge from a different angle, and he knows he's in a bad spot. But me, I'm going to chase him down and get the kill. Okay, so it's that whole thing of applying pressure to enemies. We can't sit here and get in these long, protracted, sitting on a head glitch versus sitting on a head glitch. It's not worth it. But why did I rush so quickly to get back up here? Listen closely. Someone else just sniped at me on my left as I'm up here. That's part of the reason I kind of pressed the issue here. So I get this kill, and now I'm immediately thinking, okay, who was just shooting at me? Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even gone down for this loot. I should have immediately checked my top right, because I don't want someone taking the high ground off of me. Made a mistake here. Fortunately, the timing pays off. I get up. That's why you see me do a slide cancel check. I'm not just running towards the redeploy drone. I'm like, I got shot at earlier. Let me see what's up before I go balls deep and head towards the zip. Get the cracks. Try to get around the corner faster with my SMG. I can't get it. I hear a metal door open, so I know he's going in that lower floor. From there, it's all process of elimination, right? Okay, metal door. Boom. I chow this angle. Is he able to get up this doorway in time? Okay, no. I hear additional footsteps, so I know he's not just camping in this close corner. But I hear additional footsteps, but I don't hear a door open on my left, and I know there's a double door on my left. So the only place that he could be is inside of this left corner up here. Continue to hear footsteps. So what do? I bait, slamming open that door, which sometimes can cause people to think that you're going to be over there and he might hit out that door as well. And then I end up getting a free kill. He was still weak from when I challenged him. I see this player coming up on the LTV. I look. I see that it goes gray, so I know he's no longer inside of it. And then I'm expecting him to be like coming up my stairs or something. So my centering right now in my eyes, I need to start doing these with eye trackers. My eyes immediately go to here because I'm thinking like, okay, where is he? He's down low. But then I hear it spool up again. So then I look at my mini map, confirm that he did indeed get back on it.
Friendly loadout drops on
Try to track him down. This is a really important gunfight because this is a gunfight you could easily lose against a good player, okay? So what I do here is I take shots. I try to capitalize on the issue while he's running. And then I take these shots and I get the crack, but then I'm like, he's on a head glitch. Any decent player is going to reach out. They're not just going to sit there and plate up and pray that you're not. No. Okay. They're going to have to fight back. And that's exactly what he does. You can see he takes a couple shots and he's like, oh, where is this guy? Well, now, much like I mentioned in our Pro Secrets video, sometimes it's better not to just slide cancel into a room. Sometimes it's better to sprint in a straight line and get behind cover. And that's what I do. Okay, he didn't land a single bullet. It's not like he wasn't trying. He basically tried to last chance reach out me behind that counter, but because I broke that line of sight just for a second, it's just playing with people's expectations, man. That's so much of what Warzone is like you have to expect more and more that the average player is good at the game. And you have to play that against them. Okay, he's going to reach out. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to break line of sight. He's going to pre-fire. Then he's going to think he's safe. Now I'm going to reach out while he's back behind the cover. It's all an art. Okay, so what I do here, my gameplay now is I have $7,000. I'm going to buy a UAV or a self-revive, sometimes dependent. I jump off right about here. Typically, if you're above about 30 meters, it will allow you to enter that dolphin dive animation where you soar through the air. If you pull too quickly, you'll be stuck where you pull out your gun and you have to pull your parachute and then glide slowly. If you nail it, you get this, which allows you to traverse the map a little bit faster. If you went all the way to the top, you would soar, 50 meters up into the air and it'd take you forever to get back down. So I buy my UAV, but keep in mind, I already popped the UAV around here earlier. Okay. I was trying to get enough money as I was looting to get a self-revive. Well, now I find a self-revive for free. So now basically I'm like, I hear one more crate. Let me go ahead and do this. I get $4,000. And if you don't know by now, one of my favorite things to buy, portable radars. So buy one, hold one. And since, once again, I popped the UAV around here earlier and I killed 3 people. I killed the first guy that I jumped down on. I killed the guy that was in the ATV and I killed the guy that I killed in the bottom. So I'm like, it's probably going to be clear here. And like I mentioned in the high kill video, do not pop a UAV unless you are near mobility or you're near danger. I don't think I'm near danger because I already killed so many people. So let's go ahead and get active. Okay, and we'll use the technique that we talked about. We're going to ping one, mark another. I now know where 2 players are because of 1 UAV. I'm going to jump down. Notice how I hear metal. You guys hear like the... Listen for the tone of the footstep. So that tells me he's going to be on these crates that are on my low left. If I heard walking on cement, I might center a little bit differently. But since I'm hearing this... I'm like kind of confused for a second. I'm like, where the heck is this guy? He has to be on metal. I end up spotting him right here. This guy over here, I'm now looking, I'm centering towards where my danger ping is, like we mentioned in the first channel video. And of course, that'll be linked. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about with some of these fundamentals, you need to go check out that first channel video, because that is the core basis for a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about in today's video. Now, I'm trying to find this player. End up spotting him right here. I'm not sure if he's AFK or what the heck happened.
RTV at this time.
I don't know if his game crashed or he dev errored or what. But that had me thinking early game. I'm like, man, this is kind of a body lobby. This is kind of... But then I look. Second circle isn't even closed yet. And there's 53 people. I'm on an insane pace. 10 kills. But there's only 50 people in the lobby. Okay? Sometimes a lot of it's lobby dependent. Sometimes you get bots early on and then you get demons. Ideally, I'm killing the demons up front, which is why I like to land on contested spots like the fire station or the cash drops, because I want to kill the best players so they don't kill the lobby. Now, I throw that portable radar because earlier as I was dropping in, I had a lot of pings, right? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 most wanted over here. So one of these guys could have easily landed over to try to contest me, and I wanted to make sure that wasn't going to happen. So that's why I throw that portable radar right there. As soon as that portable radar goes off, I start looking for my mobility. It's the dune buggy. And I ping that red dot over by the mobile buy station where a player is. Then what I do is kind of like back in the blackout days, I throw the portable radar up on my dune buggy so that way I can drive in and track down players even if they're driving far away, right? Because sometimes what happens is I'll throw down, like, my last known location was right here, and I'll throw down a radar there, and then they're like, I'll get like one ping and then they're gone. And I'm like, well, shoot, now I'm chasing into oblivion where I don't know where the red dots are. But if you throw it on top of the car, you can track him down. Now, this guy actually sends after me, and I spot him on the right. He's actually ghosted. Keep in mind, in this game, if you are ghosted, you will not appear on the minimap as long as you're moving. If you stand still, you will appear on the minimap. So, yeah, I spot the player up there on the top right. I go ahead and get out. I see him on my mobile UAV. And what I'm doing right here, kind of like that little pause that I talked about. I'm pausing, listening, and trying to see if I can get a UAV ping. But I don't get a UAV ping because he's ghosted. But I hear him. I hear his footsteps, so I know he's moving up on me. I hear him running. I'm looking up to make sure he's not above me. I hear continued running, and I don't hear metal footsteps, which means he's going to be lower. End up spotting him right there. Hit him with a pre-fire. And end up taking him out. Take his stealth vest, because that's my favorite, especially inside of solos. And then boom. Now we're back at it. Now, like I mentioned earlier, some of my favorite things to do are most wanteds, buy stations for UAVs, and redeploys for mobility. I kind of mess up here, and I'm thinking I can find a way to drive my dune buggy up here, and I kind of kill some time. So I was a little bit inefficient. I end up driving an entire lap around and killed probably 20, 30 seconds. So I go in, work my way up, grab the most wanted, and you'll see, I can see this guy. Anytime you hear that sound of a personal redeploy going off, it's this logo right here that you want to look for. That means someone's hitting a PRD. I see that. I could start shooting at him right there, but I'm like, I want my most wanted timer to go down faster. So I pick up the most wanted. Then I start shooting. I don't play with the MTC-762 enough to really know the lead. But this guy must think I'm a bot or something, probably, because I missed 27 out of my 30 bullets. Sends it at me, then gets ripped out of the sky. This guy's probably thinking the exact same thing. Super aggressive player. You can tell he's wearing the black noir skin. And what I actually do here, notice, I still have 6 bullets left. So I'm not mag dumping, but it's all based off of where the threat is, right? And when I need that ammo. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get the kill with 6 more bullets, even if I haven't cracked. So I'm going to reload early and then shoot him as he comes to try to, like, ego me. This guy, you know, thinks he's a sweat or something. But he catches his toes on the fence, and then I get access to the free throwing knife. So then, boom, after those 2 kills, now my most wanted only at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. There's $10,000 on the line if I finish this up, but I'm not going to stay. I'm not going to camp. I want to keep it going. One, the most wanted timer goes down faster as we are moving because you have like on the move, which slows down your most wanted timer. And so I basically just want to keep racking up kills, and I'll use that money later for UAVs. Now, a lot of times I'll be on a redeploy and I'll hunt down someone who's in a vehicle. What I do though is I don't just land anywhere, right? I'm not just going to like, oh, land up here and try to shoot at the vehicle, or I'm going to land right next to it and try to shoot at the vehicle. My assumption is that that vehicle might say, oh crap, and then just drive all the way away. So I don't want to be stuck, you know, walking this entire path back. So oftentimes what I do when I end up shooting at vehicles is I will land somewhere on a high ground where I can easily get back to a redeploy. So that's what I do here. I'll land up here. My thought was he was going to keep driving and just run away, and I was just going to get back on the zip, but I hear the horn going off, which means he stopped. I can hear the footsteps below me. I peek that angle because you can see through. There's a little double door right here that you can see through if he has it open. Since he doesn't have it open, I chow down with my SMG. Really good gunfight out of that guy, and honestly, if I could go back and do it again, maybe I would slide cancel short and stay behind the desk, but at the same time, I'm also sliding in. Ideally, this guy doesn't see me until I'm sliding out right here, and then I pop up, right? If I were to just aim strafe inside of this doorway, he would have ripped my head off, but since I kind of hit like slide under him, yeah, he's centering at the doorway. That's what I mean. Little demons. Like, I still almost lost that gunfight. I had 30 HP left at the end of that gunfight. And he was using an HRM. Like, there are definitely some solid players inside of this lobby. We're on 14 kills in the 3rd circle, bro. Oh, it's just the lobby gets torched. But that doesn't mean any of the fundamentals change. I can hear that little sound of someone landing or sliding. I throw a shoulder. I'm not going to take a fight in the low ground. I'm going to take high ground just in case he does rip me and down me. I'll have time to get his self-revive off. And this is kind of one of those tough ones. Typically, I rock frag grenades, but I think I was playing some Fortune's Keep Resurgence, and I have throwing knives on, which really mess up this class. Because if I break someone, I immediately want to throw a grenade at them, and that will allow me to push and finish a kill. But since I don't have that, I kind of get stuck in what we talked about earlier, which is that awkward 50-50 on a head glitch, and it doesn't really allow us to like finish a kill quickly, which can really kill momentum. And then I end up getting the kill. You can tell the reason this guy backed away from this is this whole body is exposed here, but he would much rather take a gunfight where only his upper chest and head are exposed. Now that also means when I'm getting hit markers, they're gonna chunk, and he ends up getting ripped out of the sky. Most wanted complete. Make sure not to get squashed by the most wanted box.
Well earned.
Grab that. Typically, we'll have a durable, which I always make sure I get. And then sometimes streaks, gulag tokens, redeploys. And then boom, $18,000. #1 priority. Grab that big game bounty. And now we're cruising. I regret throwing this redeploy, and I'll show you why later. Yes, I could have gone to this buy station here, but I really wanted to be able to hit this redeploy without like losing my durable gas mask. And I just buy 1, 2, 3.
Buy stations ready.
All UAVs. Pop it before I get on, and then start sending in towards center zone. Even if, I'll be honest, if there was a dot right here, I would not go for this dot, because after I get that kill, I then have to walk or swim all the way across, or climb up this ladder and zip, or climb up this ladder and zip. It would just kill time. If there was 1, maybe even 2 dots, honestly, I would probably say, screw it. I'm going to rotate in. I'll deal with that guy later. So I ping the center of where the bounty is. I single ping one, danger ping the other, so that way I know where both last locations were. And it looks like they're converging on each other. I'm trying to get there before they kill each other. I run up. I hear the zip. Bad map knowledge on my part. I should have known where he was at. And you'll see I only hit like 2 bullets there. I look for the left to make sure that guy's not coming. And I'm like, I could go for the thirst. Technically, it says I got the down. But sometimes when you get the down notification, if you don't do enough damage, you don't get the kill. So what I opt to do here is pretend like I don't see him. Get the timing. And then I get the kill for sure. You'll see my kill in the top right goes from 15 to 16. That prevents any weird things that can happen where the other guy may have gotten the kill. Now, you'll listen. Hear that zip line? So I heard a zip line. So for me, that's telling me he's on high ground. So I start mantling up to try to meet him on the high ground. I spot him. Kick streamer. He was trying to slide cancel there, but he got a dead slide. And he got just kind of stuck sitting. So now we get the advanced UAV. Ideally, when I'm in an advanced UAV, I'm going to pull up the big map and I'm going to look. Where is everyone? Where is everyone pushing me from? Where can I go to, like, start racking up as many kills as I can? Well, I get stuck. The whole stowing versus looting system is kind of in shambles. I wanted to pick that up as fast as I could. I can see this guy's pushing me. So I cut behind this corner for cover because I know he's about to push me. Throw a smoke. Create space. I'm staring at my minimap as I'm running right now. Look where he is. That's what I mean by, like, aggressive player. Like, good shots on that man's part.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
And I always like to keep 4 smokes on me. So 2 in the backpack, 2 on my person, and that's how I move forward. I have $19,000. I could go and pick up this most wanted, but as we start to head a little bit towards the end game, that's not really my biggest focus because I already have a UAV. I think I have another UAV in the pocket, and I'm not worried about needing that much more money. So I always said, UAV when you're in danger or UAV when you're near mobility. Since I wasn't able to look at my advanced UAV to see where players were near me, I was only focused on immediate gunfight until I got out of that situation. I don't know what's close. Since I have another UAV in my backpack, I go ahead and I consider myself in danger because I don't have knowledge, and that's why I make the move. So I start to figure out where my next rotation is. I can see there are players there. I do the double ping strat to make sure I can close in on them. I can tell that they're fighting because I hear gunshots going off. And what I decide is, well, if I can throw an airstrike on their building, I'll either get them both to go inside, or one stays on the roof and I get a free kill. But regardless, I want them to hunker down for a second, so that way I can potentially take both of these kills. So I pop a UAV, trying to get a player's information, right? Based off of this, I can tell he's probably going to be sitting just right down here. And I can hear him kind of slow walking too. It's annoying because it's another situation where I wish I had my frags on me. Super easy for me to cook a frag, throw it down there. I know I'm going to hit him, crack him, get an easy kill. So my thought on this, and it was a stupid mistake, is when I opened up my map, I'm thinking, okay, I heard him doing some movement beforehand. I saw the ping here. Now I see the ping here. Maybe he's like working out towards one of these side buildings or side rooms. I'm dumb. Okay, I'm really dumb. I wish I had my frags. No one should ever do this when I'm trying to rack up a high kill game. And you got to put yourself in dumb situations. This is a dumb situation. I start getting shots. I see that he does significantly more damage to me than I do to him. And thank goodness, because they added climbing boots in the new game, you actually have this as an option for finesse. If this guy would have been just a millisecond faster, I was able to get out. Okay, if I didn't have climbing boots as a default perk, which is a Warzone 2 default perk, I wouldn't have been able to climb up fast enough and I would have died. So here's my thought. Do I want to mess with this guy? As he's sitting there in the high ground camping for me, I have 2 other players who are more than willing to camp me. The zone's starting to close in. He's nading me. Nah. So what I do is I smoke. The audio is going to mess with his audio. And I'm just going to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay. You want high kills, but that doesn't always mean you just got to full send everything. All right. So what do? I start pushing in. But here's the crappy part, and you'll notice me do it here. They moved all the buy stations, man. It is insane that in this much of an area, like this entire side of my map, there isn't a single buy station. So I kind of regret throwing my portable buy from earlier. Raven, whoever, Sledgehammer, if one of you are watching, add back the old buy stations, like this one over here, and add even more. Like the old one over here. Like, just give us buy stations. Because now I really wish I had it. Because I'd probably buy 2 UAVs and an airstrike. An airstrike to break a high ground, and UAVs for more kill info. So, I'm hearing gunfights up here inside a fire station. I'm getting ready for the push. I pull out my AR in case someone challenges this, like, high ground head glitch. I start taking shots. I will drop everything in the world to take out a riot shielder, because I hate riot shielders and solos. But then I hear more footsteps above me. So what I do is, I throw a smoke. I hit out the bottom door, which is loud. The smoke then pops and oftentimes will obscure the sound of a ladder. And I don't know. I baited this guy with the door. He's looking over. He can't hear me because of the smoke. I challenge in, get peeker's advantage. Yes, I lose a little bit of aim assist. But I'm shooting pretty dang straight. But I get clotheslined by mommy. I don't know. I legitimately, like, I wish I could say I made a dumb play, but if I was here and I saw him peek over, I would jump down. He would lose aim assist because he's in the smoke, and I could go and I could finesse inside the stairway, whatever. I see he's not there. I see he's not here. I'm like, screw it, send it. I don't know. I don't know if he's cheating or I just got slammed and he hit all headshots or a desync or what. GG's. I got slammed. Okay, so here's what I can do. I can either go all the way across the map to ego this guy who's sitting on top of a high ground who has a pretty decent shot, and I can try to get my loot inside of the gas and then rotate through the open and then rotate through the water and then get held. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. There's one buy station left in the fourth circle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play for that buy station because I still have $11,000, $7,500 for a loadout. So that's my game plan. I'm going to play for that, try to buy myself a loadout, and then move in off of that. As I'm moving in, you'll see that there's a mosquito drone flying over there. So I kind of want to like get a little bit of perspective as to what's going on. And as I'm dropping in, my eyes are always scanning commonly camped spots. So I'm scanning here. I'm scanning here. I'm scanning here, scanning here, scanning here, and ooh, Rick Grimes. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop in. For some reason, when you redeploy in this game, you redeploy with a BP-50, one of the best guns in the game. So I don't think I spot him until right about here, and then I just fully commit to him.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
Jump in, get the easy kill. And then I get zapped.
Less than 25, we're still
standing. And then I get zapped.
They hit us hard.
That guy more than likely got the enemy dropping in notification. Here's the gunshots. He's also using the MTZ 762. And I just get... I mean...
25.
I mean, I guess that guy took off half of one of my plates. And I didn't have full plates. So if I had full plates, I probably could have gotten my head down in time. But I ended up getting taken down. I gotta say, we're going to continue to watch this out. And we're going to watch this all the way until the end. This was, besides the lobby getting torched and having some really good players in here, this was about as textbook as it can get in terms of most wanteds, caches, mobility, movement. Like, a couple things would have been a little bit cleaner if I had frags, especially as I went to push fire station. Instead of climbing up that ladder, I could have maybe thrown a couple sky frags and then gotten a crack. But this is about as textbook as it can get to try to break your kill record. Now, you got to be blessed. This definitely was not a bot lobby like I thought it was in the beginning. A lot of iridescent players, a lot of TTVers. The guy that I killed up here on the roof was a TTVer. There was a kick guy that I killed over. Like, good players in this lobby. But if you can combine that with maybe a late night lobby, a late night blessed lobby, and all the things line up like they were in this game, racking up the money, racking up the utility, and ideally finding buy stations so you can get some UAVs, it will all come together very, very nicely. So this guy has 5 kills to his name. He's got the baby monitor in his hand. Absolute crutch here in terms of game sense, right? Anyone that has a baby monitor, a heartbeat sensor in their hand, more than likely has bad game sense. And I'm going to talk through what happens here at the end to prove that this guy had some bad game sense, okay? So first off, he's late rotating, okay? He's letting the zone push him. He's not rotating proactively. He's just letting the zone push him, and he's letting that thing just touch his butt all the way as he works in. As he's working in, he's centering and looking outside of the gas. He needs to constantly be throwing shoulders off to the left and looking about paranoia. Who is my threat? Like, if he were to get shot right there, there's nowhere that he could possibly move. Once again, hasn't cleared his top left. There we go. That's the type of stuff he needs to be doing. Okay, clearing out his clothes. Now we're on to something. He does have a UAV that he should probably pop because there's still 7 players left in the lobby. Okay, this is what I would try to protect as well. You don't want someone taking your high ground. Good trigger discipline there. He's not going to get that kill. No point in him shooting. But if I'm him, I'm clearing off this close side because I want to know if anyone's there. Pops at UAV. We don't get information as a spectator. Woo! And he gets absolutely ripped. Big nade. Takes out 100 HP. Good positioning here to kind of like make sure he's not getting pushed up on, but then don't just stop. The assumption here when someone cracks you is that they're going to push you. So you right here should be peeking up over this, doing a little snake movement to make sure you're not getting pushed up and over. Okay, he still heads down, hasn't cleared that alley once. Now he goes to clear it. Nice little jump peaks here, but honestly, you're kind of stuck. So you got to make a decision. For me, I'm wrapping out and around and playing this close little ramp. Which, I just don't think he knows. I don't think he knows what his plan is. There you go. Have a plan. Know where your next piece of cover is. This guy just slide cancels. 1, sliding is extremely loud. 2, he just slides into the most open part of the map possible. And he probably should have thrown down his muni so he could stow some smokes. This isn't the greatest spot. It's a great spot for challenging people over on your top right, but anyone on the left, there's no finesse capability here. If someone peeks over this ridge line and has good shots, you're dead, right? There's no way for you to get out. Instead, hold right about here, prone out, cover from the left, and you're able to peek up over the hill. Right? Makes sense? You want to have a cover and quick finesse ability. Right here, you have great cover from the right, but no cover from in front. So, sitting there, panicking. Airstrike goes off. Throws a smoke, even though he doesn't necessarily need to, which just announces to the entire lobby where he is. Throws another random smoke. And this is what I mean about baby monitor players. And turns his back to where that airstrike came from. This airstrike came from right here. And then he just turns his back to him. I could have racked up a 30 this game. 30 in solo is a lot of kills with only 100 players on the map. So 4 players left. Has absolutely no concern for the guy behind him. Okay, now we're checking over the hill, which is great. Like, you can play conservative, but you need to play for information. Don't let the lobby happen to you. You need to be checking out in front of him right there the entire time. Great shots. Now be paranoid about the left. Maybe clear under the tunnel. I would have aggressively cleared under the tunnel, but it's just nervous, man. It's just nervous. Okay, good clear under the tunnel. Another unnecessary smoke. I do like this rotation, though. I really like this rotation. Now, as fast as you can, get over there. You want to cut someone off before they slide cancel into you and get peeker's advantage against you around this corner. But instead, he's taking his sweet time, and it could get really ugly really fast. Now we're looking. Now we've got the hold. This is that kind of prone off angle that we talked about in the past. And you need to be careful because you're cutting off this entire line of sight right here. They could have wrapped around there and you're not seeing it because you're not allowing yourself that angle. Now we're giving ourselves that angle. But like, what, you think he's just going to shoot you through the smoke? And if he does, he has a thermal, so what? He's out in the open. But like, this is a little bit more of the angle that we need to hold. Okay, and a beautiful thing that you can do, and always do this late game. If you are looking through a smoke and you can see these lines, okay, you can see these lines in the smoke, use them to your advantage. Okay? Watch. Because you can see player silhouettes as they rotate through it. But once again, he's giving up that angle. Not watching the cross. Boom. Do you see it? Watching slow-mo. You see it? Okay, look for changes in the pattern in this yellow line. Wait for it. Oh, see that? Little footsteps running across right there. It's subtle and it happens fast. But the reason we're able to pick up on that is because based off of my game knowledge, that is where my eyes are. I'm not looking over here. I'm not looking up my man. I'm not looking anywhere except for that smoke line. That is all my eyes are focused on. And you can see it. It happens so fast. I really want to emphasize this. You spot it right there. Footstep. Look over here. Footstep. And he's thinking about it. He's like, maybe. But get out of ADS, bro. If you're not sure, on ADS, widen that field of view. Do a quick shoulder check. Not all the way to the right. We're not concerned about our close right. We don't want to give up our back. We're just going to do a quick shoulder check. Like maybe he's right here. Maybe. More than likely, he's probably on our left. But this slow-ass walk, bro, and then turning your back. Like, you think you would have heard footsteps or something there? And then giving up your close cover, man. And, you know, more than likely what happened here is that guy live pinged. Right? The second he threw this, that guy threw a live ping and just started shooting in your general direction. Because notice how, like, the effectiveness of his shots kind of went away. And maybe if we hadn't wasted all of those smokes earlier for no freaking reason, we could be throwing smokes right now. But instead, we have 0 smokes. We start plating up. We go into the water, which interrupts our plating animation. Thank you for that, Raven. We get out of the water and pull out our pistol instead of our primary. And then we get pushed by a sweaty player. Once again, the baby monitor, no game sense, no clutch factor, every single time. So, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that's how I rack up high kill games. Yes, I was on a great pace. I ended up getting taken out early by a good player. That may have actually been the player that ended up taking me out. We're going to have to see if the name ends up matching. But this is the advice that I gave in the first channel video, applied in-game. Okay, if I would have gotten a bot lobby that held, or maybe if I would have been doing this in duos with a homie, or if I didn't get wiped early with a bad pull and no buy stations, we could have easily racked up a mid 30, even high 30. Okay. So it wasn't the mommy, it was Kamikaze. We ended up getting taken out. But G freaking G's, if you guys enjoy this style of video, let me know, okay? Drop a like on this video. I do all these to help make you guys better players. So if you appreciate it, make sure to drop a like. This is my second channel, not the first channel. So make sure you are subscribed here. And most importantly, check out the link in the pinned comment, okay? If you want to find players to play with, join my Discord. If you want to submit your gameplay to be reviewed, check out the Discord. I need community footage so I can review it. So if you guys are interested, send me big map footage. I'm not really interested in Vondel or Resurgence. Honestly, that's like glorified multiplayer. This is Battle Royale. This is where I think takes the most brains. And there's a lot of gunfight stuff that you can learn in Vondel and Fortune's Keep. But honestly, since it's Resurgence and you're just redeploying over and over and over again, I don't think people really play their lives that well. And when you're playing BR, you're really playing your life like you mean it. And I think there's a lot of valuable lessons to be learned here, both in rotations and in gunfights. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.